Well,
Hello.
it's been a while.
Yes.
I was on my deathbed for a while there.
I got AIDS.
You got what?
AIDS. But I cured it with cash.
With cash. Nice South Park reference there. We've seen a lot since the last time we did any sort of review, and I don't want to bore you with everything. So for the first couple that have been a while and been out for a while, I just want to say whether I liked it or not real quick. The Bad Lieutenant.
Oh.
The Nick Cage film. Finally got to see that. I did not like that.
I did.
I did not like that. You can find it on Netflix though. But I was expecting crazier Nick Cage than what was. Vampire's Kiss.
Oh.
With Nick Cage
man.
is amazingly bad. It's probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
But it's so good.
But it's so good. If you can't find it or put yourself through the misery of watching Vampire's Kiss starring Nick Cage, at least go on YouTube and type in like best scenes from Vampire's Kiss, and you will see the summary of that movie. And it is horrible. Horrible.
That movie deserves its own like 20-minute talk.
Yeah. There's a theme going on here, I think. Drive Angry 3D.
Did we not?
We did not talk about Drive Angry 3D.
I love Drive Angry.
And Drive Angry 3D was amazing.
Yep.
It was bad, but it was fun bad.
Mm-hmm.
It was good.
I knew it was bad.
Yeah, and the 3D was okay. I don't think you had to see it in 3D. But the story was ridiculous, and Nick Cage, who's this growing trend of, like, funny badness, and I think he knows he's funny bad. He's choosing horrible roles, like Season of the Witch and stuff like that. It was great. I had a lot of fun with it.
That was a fun
And
movie.
it had a lot of really good action and comedy and stuff.
Indeed.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Dreamscape I checked out, which is an old 80s film starring... who's this? Oh, Dennis Quaid, I believe. You're throwing me off with your constant drinking of the brisk.
It's not brisk anymore either because it's warm.
It says brisk.
Yeah, no, but like it's not cold.
Gotcha. Movies. We haven't done this in a while. Dreamscape. It
I
was
didn't
okay.
watch Dreamscape.
I'm saying it was okay, but it was Dennis Quaid, I believe, right?
I haven't seen it.
You knew what I was talking about when I was telling you about it.
I knew the poster, and you're like, you know that cool
Yeah.
poster? I was like, yeah, I know that poster.
Yeah.
the
It's on Netflix, though. You can check it out. Rango, which I saw in theaters, I thought was excellent. Johnny Depp voicing Rango. It was really creepy, realistic looking in some aspects. Some of the characters and all were really, like, detailed. And it was a lot of... Thank you, Mr. De Niro. It was really fun, and it was really, I want to say, like, for kids, but there was a lot of adult humor throughout it that was just
I
really
want to
good.
see it, just haven't had a chance yet.
Enter the Void,
Oh.
the director's cut, which was like 2 hours and 50 minutes long or whatever,
It's a long one.
I thought was garbage. I mean, I really liked the originality and the technical aspect of it, but where people say, there's no way I could describe this movie to you. What? You said that to me? And
I did say that to you, but let me say, my watching experience was completely different. I was with a group, and we were talking about it.
Yeah,
while
you were with a
watching
group of people.
And there may have been some
alcohol,
some stuff.
So, which maybe made it a little bit more enjoyable, but for the people, a lot of people were like, I don't know how to describe it to you. It's easy. It's about a guy who dies, and you're seeing him float above people after his death, and you're also seeing him watch his life back through behind him. Everything's out of his body, and that's fun at first, but then it's 2 hours of this, and then it gets really trippy with some sexual themes, and
Indeed.
and I thought it was bad. It was really bad.
Gives cum shot a whole new meaning.
There's not a lot of dialogue in the entire thing.
And if it is, it's very mumbled and not acted
And then
well.
it's just floating around, and I'm a ghost, and I'm going to toilet, and now I'm back, and then, oh, there's a hole in the ground I'm going to go into. It was just, ugh.
This ghost had ADD.
I guess I feel bad for saying it was bad, because it probably was one of the most technically, like, you know, adventurous films, and they were trying to be different. And they succeed at being different. But for keeping a viewer's attention, it was very, very hard to get through that movie. I did it in one. It's like a dare I tell people. Not even the director's cut. Watch it by yourself, alone. That's the same thing as by yourself.
I know, that's why I stopped saying it. I was like,
And don't, like, you have to watch it all the way through. You can't pause it, you can't go away, you can't use the bathroom. Pretend you're in a theater. I
dare you.
Okay. Red Riding Hood, I saw in theaters, only because somebody had passes. Thank you, Sean. But
not this one.
No. And it was bad. But it wasn't, like, so bad that it was, like, the worst piece of crap I've ever seen kind of bad. It was more so, it was just forgettable, you know? And I really don't like the actress, Amanda Seyfried or whatever.
Yes.
Her eyes. Like, other movies, like, I've been fascinated with how large her eyes are, but I think the, like, director and the cinematographer were like...
Loves her eyes?
She's got beautiful eyes. I'm going to find every possible shot where we will cover up her entire face and she'll be looking through a hole in a door or from behind a bush, and the only thing you're going to see are her eyes. And that'll fit perfectly in with the story. What big eyes you have. That's probably why she got the role.
But she's not
the one line. No, she's not, but it's still horrible.
What
it
big
annoyed
eyes
me.
You have? Wolf.
Yeah, wolf. Okay.
That's
the list I wrote.
Yeah.
But we've seen a lot.
I've seen some stuff.
Oh, okay. Go through your stuff. I'll not pay attention like you did when I was saying.
I paid attention. You asked me if it was Dennis Quaid. I don't know.
Dirt on my foot while you're talking.
I saw a little movie called Morning Glory with Harrison Ford, and Rachel McAdams,
and
Jeff
Goldblum. Bathroom stall?
No, it's about a girl who's like a producer at like a TV station, and she gets fired, and she gets a job at this really shitty morning show, and she brings in Harrison
that
Ford
one where Harrison Ford, yeah.
It wasn't that bad. Harrison Ford was pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Goldblum, as always, made it entertaining.
He doesn't even have to be funny, and he's funny.
That's right, it's just him. That was alright. I watched the majority of Love and Other Drugs, but it was really bad, so I stopped watching it. What else have I watched? I don't know. And there's more stuff we watched together, but I don't want to touch on that just yet. Let's just move on. I don't know what else.
Okay. Theater-wise, yesterday I saw Insidious, which comes out this Friday. So this is a current film that you guys... It hasn't been in theaters, so this is definitely a recommendation. Directed by James Wan.
Correct.
Director of Saw and Death Proof. I always say Death Proof. Death Sentence, starring Kevin Bacon and John Goodman, which I actually liked and a lot of people didn't like. But Insidious stars Patrick Wilson and some other people I don't really care about.
Some other Patrick Wilson's.
Patrick Wilson's the headliner for it. He played Night Owl in Watchmen, and he was in Hard Candy, and he was the bad guy in A-Team.
Yeah, forgot about that.
But I really enjoyed it. I went into it thinking it was going to be complete crap. I went into it with a primarily black audience. And I'm not, like, saying that as a negative thing. And I'm not trying to be stereotypical. This is exactly how it went. They were all talking. Like, we went and saw a movie tonight, which we'll talk about in a second. But when the movie started, dead quiet. When Insidious started,
that's 'cause it's all old
the whole theater was talking. But it kind of helped this movie out. And I'm not saying it was bad otherwise, but, like... They were making jokes at it and stuff, but it's a scary movie, so
you gotta have fun with it.
It actually improved the atmosphere of the movie because it was like, oh no, like you hear something in the other room and they were like, oh shit, Darth Vader's in the other room because
Bargle scratching at the door.
It was fun. And you know the cinematography of it was great, and the story starts out typical. You know, it's about a family who moved into a new house. They think it's haunted, and then they have two young boys and a baby, and the one boy enters a coma. But the medical professionals say that it's not a coma. So more haunted stuff happens after that. I don't want to give anything away. The story actually goes in a direction that's actually kind of interesting. And I think the acting and the cinematography are what really makes it. Like the way they tell the story.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it. And I definitely recommend seeing Insidious with a couple of friends to have fun with.
I need to see it.
It had some good scares. There's a couple of those loud jump scares, but more so it's just creepy, eerie, scary than just jump scares.
Alright, so I think we have two more we want to talk about.
Well, the one we saw tonight, what else?
Well, we got a good one, and then there's a really bad one we saw last week.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I forgot. I tried. Let's talk about the bad one first.
Do the bad one first?
Do the bad one first. Sucker Punch!
Ah, so bad!
Why am I reading Facebook statuses with people that say this is amazing?
Those people should be shot and hanged and burned and buried alive.
And I wish no torture to them.
No, they're stupid.
They're just stupid. I really like. And they're like, it's a movie that combines samurai cyborgs with military
and nothing original. Oh, well, they're gonna fight a dragon, and they're gonna be orcs there. Let's not change the makeup design at all.
And you know what? Everybody says that the graphics are amazing and stylistic. It was really bad. And there was songs in it. There's like 9 musical cover performances in it that basically feel like 9 crappy music videos from like the early 90s.
And it was actually supposed to be a musical, but they cut the 5 musical numbers out of the movie right before it released.
And I think at one point in the movie I turned to you and said, this would be a really good story if it was told like legitimately, not from this girls kick ass point of view.
And not have a bunch of girls who can't act.
This is another reoccurring theme.
Interesting.
A lot of people think I'm like sexist because I don't like movies where girls are in power. But that's not true. I don't like movies where female characters are in or like have power and no fear and are unstoppable.
Just can't
like
touch
some of the best female character performances, which we've talked about and have been verified by like top 10 lists on Joe Blow and all.
Yeah.
Sarah Connor
and Ripley.
Ripley. I'll even give you like Buffy from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Like female characters that have to like grow and like become these powerful characters, not characters that are like instant, like, you can't hurt me, you can't stop me. I don't like that.
I'd almost say The Bride, essentially.
Oh, from Kill Bill, she's on the list, too.
I'd say that.
But, like, this was like, here's a bunch of girls, nothing can stop them. Including, like, dragons and stuff. Do they have training? No.
How do you kill a dragon?
Do they have military skills?
Like
no.
that.
And you know what? If it's supposed to be a fun ride and all, I don't know. Give me better special effects. They did not look like good special effects.
What was your favorite line from the movie?
Girls, remember, don't write a check with your mouth that you can't cash with your ass. What kind of writing is that? And there's like 10 of those lines in that movie.
There's so many bad lines.
Bad. I don't recommend it. I don't.
I can't bring it up because it ruins the ending, but there's something I want to bring up about the ending to you.
Okay.
After this video.
It was bad. I didn't like it. And it's just one of those, like, dream within a dream. Is anything real? Oh, no, maybe not. I don't know. It was bad. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. So
I think we got that. I don't think... No, that movie was terrible.
Yeah.
That's gotta hurt.
That's gotta hurt. He was George Costanza the whole time.
That's gotta hurt! Amazing.
All right, so let's go from a bad movie
to a good
movie that also comes out this Friday.
Yes.
Now this is Duncan Jones.
Yes.
Director of Moon. Son of David Bowie.
And director of this little nugget called The Source Code.
The Source Code, starring Jake Gyllenhaal.
And Sean Monahan.
Yeah.
Via Farmiga.
From Departed.
And Jeffrey Wright.
His character the whole thing. That doesn't make. But
that's just us.
You've probably seen the trailer of this. Jake Gyllenhaal wakes up on a train. He's not who he looks like. He has 8 minutes to figure out why the train blows up. Basically, it's the easiest way to explain it. It sounds stupid.
You don't want to give too much away.
He's in something called the Source Code, where he keeps being able to relive the last 8 minutes of someone's life to see and solve the mystery of who bombed the train, where's the bomb, why is the bomb there, blah, 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 blah.
Who's the bomb?
I don't want to explain too much about this.
Yes, and it benefits from you going in not knowing, just seeing that trailer.
If you like Moon, you went in with a basic plot for Moon, and it became something kind of different.
Yeah.
And I think this is the same thing. Now, it wasn't written by Duncan Jones.
No, it was written well.
But I think he's picking, movies that he could direct well, and I really did enjoy this film.
Definitely.
And I think Jake Gyllenhaal did a really good job.
Yep.
And I would recommend seeing it. Now, if I had to pick one over the other, like Insidious this week or Source Code, it depends who you're seeing it with. I think Source Code's probably, but you can't say really.
I haven't seen Insidious.
But I would say Source Code's probably a better movie to see as a movie. With, like, overall themes, a little bit of love story for the children,
For the children?
For the children.
For the children.
For the children. For your help. Well, I wouldn't say, hey, children, go see Insidious.
Well, there's that little creepy kid on the posters.
I don't know, Insidious kind of creeped me out in certain parts.
Well,
the music was really well done. It had me on edge.
That's good.
I might actually see Insidious again in theaters, and I don't do that often for movies. Well, especially not stupid, scary movies. Remember The Unborn, The Uninvited, Haunting in Connecticut.
Oh, I never saw that.
Oh, crap. Oh, crap. I put this on the same lines as like Drag Me to Hell,
So
where it's a fun ride kind of horror.
Best horror movie since Drag Me to Hell, essentially. There's been nothing
There's
good.
maybe something in there that was
There
good,
might be something we're missing.
but
maybe
yeah.
if you want to throw Black Swan in the horror, even
No,
though it's not.
I don't. I don't.
It's
Want,
psychological.
no, I don't want to throw that in there. Reject it.
I don't reject it. I'm just going off what other
Reject it.
people say. I'm just like,
Reject
yeah, it's
it.
not really a horror movie, but
I throw the book down.
Ah!
Yeah. So, anything else you might have seen? I know
we
seen
watched that
plenty
really
of things.
weird documentary on Netflix.
Oh, Flesh and Blood.
Yeah, Flesh and Blood.
About people being hung by hooks and who are into surgical steel.
It's
and
as thick
stuff.
as my wrist.
That was gross. I don't even want to talk about that. I've seen enough male penis for a night in that.
And people hanging and by hooks. And...
Yeah, but it was a documentary about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
On a small note, kind of unrelated
Oh.
to our game fans out there, Crisis 2
Is awesome.
is awesome. Dragon Age 2,
Not so much.
not so much. Not fun. Boring. Crap. So, we'll leave you on that. We'll try to come back and do more. I know there's a lot of small movies and stuff. Not small, but older movies that I watched.
Well,
and I
I'm
haven't
sure
seen.
next video we'll probably have Scream.
We just took
and Your Highness
too long
and...
to... Like I said, I was sick for like 2 weeks. I'm
You were on your
unemployed, looking
deathbed,
for a job,
but...
and it's just been difficult. So I just wanted to get this to you. It's been a little while, but like I said, see Source Code, see Rango. I keep saying Rango like it's Prego.
It's not a pasta sauce.
See Insidious.
Source Code.
I said Source Code.
I
See Drive Angry if you can. It's probably
still
like
out.
$2 movies by
Yeah.
now. Don't see Sucker Punch unless you want to be sucker punched in the face.
Okay, if we didn't talk about Drive Angry, then we clearly didn't talk about Hall Pass because we saw that the same night.
Maybe we did talk about Drive Angry.
Maybe we did.
Then you got a double recommendation. Hall Pass we definitely talked about.
Okay.
It was a subpar
It was alright.
film. It was okay, but nothing. I want Your Highness to be
Yes,
the funny.
I really want that
the
to be
funny.
The funny.
The funny.
And Scream 4, I want it to be good.
The scary. It's true.
Yes.
So, let's just end it there. And we'll hopefully see you next week. Unless I fall ill again.
Maybe
And Sean has a heart attack.
Put
Put this knife down.
With the attack
Goodbye.
of the knife.